Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here, and I'd like to say good morning to you. If you don't mind, I'm going to put these goggles back over my eyes, though I'm trying to get some light from the sun, and it is extraordinarily bright. This indeed is Christmas Day, December 25th, 2020. A lot of things going on. People haven't received any support for several months in a nation where the pandemic it's at a crisis situation. People are losing their jobs. People are laying off. People are closing down businesses because of the hardships that's being created. And the president is gone golfing, pissed off with the nation because they wouldn't accept his lies, his plan to take over this nation by lying to everybody. It worked. Half of the nation did buy right into it. The public, the church, the politicians, half of them bought right into it. The rest of them didn't. They didn't buy into it, but they didn't buy into being good either. So we still have this crisis situation. And I'm lying in the bed this morning, and I'm hearing, "Good Morning America," ABC News. And there they go. They got this guest on. His name is Osteen, from one of the biggest mega churches in the country. He's just written a book. I'm sure he's not giving it away. So it's about making more money. And they wanted him to have some comments on this 2020 situation and Christmas Day. Put them together, give us some type of sense of meaning out of it. And I'm asking myself, why is it that they always call the people like that? Is it because he wants to promote his book? Is it because he have great following, and if he's going to be on there for a few seconds, all of those people would probably be witnessing what he's saying as well and get a chance to go to ABC? I'm thinking about this. And they asked him something about, getting prepared for 21. And he was saying something about you got to be positive, have that positive attitude. You wake up in the day with a positive attitude, not a negative attitude. And this is supposed to give God a chance to work in your life, to work some miracles in your life. And I'm just sitting there thinking about the million of people who are sitting around today wondering if they're going to have any food to eat. And I'm wondering if thinking positive would put food on the table. I'm thinking about the millions of people who are being either denied continuing education because of lack of money, or caught up in debt because of school, and they're going through additional crisis situation. I'm thinking about people who are homeless in Minnesota today that still living in tents. It's still one of the coldest states in the nation when it gets cold, and it's cold here this week. Frozen, ice, snow, but they're still on the streets sleeping in tents in a park somewhere. I'm wondering if thinking positive would do anything about that. I'm thinking about people who go to the doctor who don't have health care but need it, some treatment, and they're limited attention that they will get. I'm thinking that thinking positive would do anything about that. I've lived long enough to know that thinking about positivity is not going to do a thing about that. It might help one or two people. It's not going to help the millions, because there's an additional plan that's designed for that. That plan is for people to care about one another, for people to care about one another. And if you really want people to care about one another, let people need one another, let people depend on one another. And if you can need a person, depend on a person, want from a person, then a person has some viability. See, poverty exists because people who are super rich needs to keep messing over people. So that's why poverty won't go anywhere. That's why they say the poor will always have with us, because those poor rich are going to constantly be trying to grab as much as they can. I heard Vice President Mike Pence say on a news clip that what the Democrats want to do, or the left want to do, or the another group, I can't think of the name right now, that what they want to do is make the rich a little less rich while they make the poor a little bit better off. That sound made some sense to me. The rich take them down a little bit from being so rich and have stuff to just throw away, and make the poor who got a very little or nothing be able to have a little better life. That seems really sensible if you're thinking about normal, natural things on the plane of mankind. That sounds great. But they are putting that down, indicating that the only thing they're concerned about is getting and amassing as much wealth as they possibly can, any way they can. These are talking about those people with Donald Trump. These are talking about conservative people. They just happen to be Republicans. They're talking about, if we got the skills, then we take it, and we got the big hand, we take it. We do all of this and forget you because you don't have a big hand. We forget you because you're not smart enough to take advantage of people. So this is their plan. On this Christmas day, this is their plan. But I just wanted to take an issue with that, ladies and gentlemen, tell you we don't need positive thinking. We need God thinking. We need caring and compassion for one another. We need to know that the house that we're going to live in is dependent upon those people over there to build it. We need to know that the food we're going to eat over here is dependent on those folks over there to grow it. We need to know that transportation for us is dependent upon people who work in those particular fields, and they need to know that those things that they require is coming from us. And not because of money, but because this is what we do for one another. This is how we serve one another. This is how we create peace and prosperity and freedom and joy in our lives and the fulfillment of our dreams. But no, they won't talk to you about that. They won't bring that kind of conversation on Christmas Day to kind of lift up your spirits. They want somebody to tell you about positive thinking and buy their book. If I had a book like that, and I got some, but mine are free. I guess that's why I'm living in poverty, because I'm trying God's plan instead of man's plan. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been good. Merry Christmas and a happy, happy New Year.